What does it mean to be a person in legal limbo? There is a legal limbo when national law does not contain provisions to regulate the situation of a person. The law simply doesn't offer a solution for their case. For example, a foreign national is not allowed to stay legally, but there is also no legal way for them to leave or regularize their stay. I'm Valeria Ilareva, Chairperson of the Foundation for Access to Rights, a partner in the FAIR project, and a lawyer representing Mr. Changu for 24 years, because he has been in legal limbo for this long. Let me tell you his story. Mr. Changu left Tanzania in late 1993, reaching Turkey, where he stayed for 2 years and lost his national passport. He then boarded a ship to Bulgaria, arriving at Varna port, but was soon arrested by the Bulgarian police, preventing him from continuing his journey. For over 29 years, Mr. Changu lived in Bulgaria, without residence status or identity documents. During this time, he also spent years in immigration detention. Although he signed declarations for voluntary return and fully cooperated with the authorities, his country of origin did not issue him a national passport because he was required to appear in person at their embassy in Germany to provide biometric data. This was something he couldn't do, because he could not legally travel from Bulgaria to Germany, where the embassy was located. Mr. Changu submitted 11 applications for international protection. He consistently explained that he had no place to live, no food, no access to medical care, and no right to work. He could not marry his partner and could not legally recognize his children. In his most recent application, he cited his deteriorating health and the impossibility of returning to Tanzania. He asked for humanitarian status, but the Bulgarian authorities rejected his request. They said he did not meet the legal conditions of a refugee and told him his only option was to apply under the law on foreign nationals. But that law requires a visa he cannot obtain because it requires him returning to his country of origin to submit the application before the Bulgarian embassy. This is legal limbo in practice. A person remains in a country for years, stuck in a legal system, with no way out. They cannot be removed, but also cannot regularize their stay under any existing legal procedure. We brought Mr. Changu's case before the Bulgarian courts, who then asked the Court of Justice of the European Union to interpret how EU law applies in situations like this. The European Court confirmed that even if someone doesn't have the right to stay, they are still protected under EU law. This includes rights under the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights and the Return Directive. The court reaffirmed an important principle. States have a positive obligation to guarantee access to fundamental human rights for everyone on their territory, regardless of nationality or legal status, because they are human. A positive obligation means that governments must take active steps to protect people's basic rights, such as access to food, shelter, healthcare, and legal recognition. It's not enough for the state to avoid harming someone. It must also make sure people are not left to suffer without protection. On April 23, 2025, the Bulgarian Supreme Administrative Court upheld this position. It ruled that Mr. Changu's human dignity had been violated and that Bulgaria's legal system had created a legal vacuum that denied him basic rights. The Supreme Court ruled that Mr. Changu should be granted humanitarian status in Bulgaria. In the European Union, many migrants find themselves in exactly this situation. They do not have legal residence, yet they cannot be returned to their country of origin for reasons such as lack of travel documents, risks to their safety, or because their country refuses to receive them. However, the case of Mr. Changu reminds us that the European Union is built on the values of human rights and the rule of law. These values must be upheld.